Alright, so I want to do a survival video from the Division because I've actually been having a lot of fun doing it. I've been having a lot of fun, but it's also very frustrating sometimes. So it's your basic survival game where you basically start with nothing. It's freezing outside. I have just a handgun to fight mobs that I encounter, and I have to craft everything. So I just got a piece of fabric. I will craft my first piece of clothing. I usually craft the hat for some reason. We'll equip that. And yeah, so just looking at our character here, we just have a handgun, and the appearance is where your cold protection stuff is. You essentially have like nothing. So what I like to do, a lot of times the game actually spawns me in on the bottom of the map, and I like that. So what I'll do, because I just have more success, sometimes it spawns you like way up at the top of the map. I don't know that area, but I do know the bottom of the map. So what I do is before I go outside and start freezing to death, I'll set a waypoint. And I'm going to head to this landmark. And it doesn't actually give you coordinates like it does in the regular game, like give you a GPS arrow. But you can actually see where your waypoint is there. It's over there. So I'm going to head that direction. So basically, they have these barrels scattered throughout, so you can take some shelter and not freeze. But basically what you're doing when you first start is just running around looking for boxes to collect. I actually prefer to kill mobs because they seem to give me some pretty good stuff, whether it's a weapon upgrade or even some good clothing. But your biggest threat when you first start is the cold. So many people within the first 10 minutes just freeze to death. So you kind of want to try to make sure that doesn't happen. Sometimes you forget, and this is why I like the bottom of the map. There's a lot of subways, sewers you can go down, and they're usually pretty safe. But the only thing you have to watch out for is bombs. But the reason I was making this video is I actually want to show you how the extraction works, because I was actually kind of surprised at how it worked, because it was not what I was expecting at all. And there is enemies in here, so that's actually good. This will probably give us clothing. So if we hit C, we can flat out equip it. We'll do that. That was actually a very good pair of pants. 16 cold protection, that's great. So yeah, I like running into mobs. And let's see if they give us anything worthwhile. Oh, somebody died. Or left. One or the other. But yeah, he dropped a piece of gear there, which is great. But really what I want is just cold protection. Getting gear is good and all, but I want as much protection from the cold as I can get. And I purposely let my health get low because I want to actually show you what happens when your health gets low, like it is, and it's very low. So as you lose blocks of health, it will not fill up past that point. And instead of using a med kit, what you can do if you have it is just use energy bar or use canned food, because that then, as it says, enables full health regeneration. I actually don't have any, so I'm not really going to worry about it. But yeah, or you can just go to a safe house and that will actually fully regenerate your health. But yeah, this is all we're going to do. Usually it takes me about an hour and a half to finally get to the extraction point. So all the in-between that's going to be happening, because I'm going to cut the video to the end. I don't want to have a long video. But all the in-between is just me going around collecting stuff and then actually crafting clothing, crafting equipment, better weapons. But yeah, we're going to skip ahead to the end. And the mobs also do drop water. They drop medicine. So what I usually do is just to prolong the disease in an hour, you see we're going to die when you first start. We're down to 56 minutes now, but what I do is just pop these painkillers and the medicine as soon as they're off cooldown, if I have them, just to prolong it as long as I can. Alright, so while I make my way to the extraction area, I just want to say, when you first craft your virus filter, what the game is telling you is incorrect. It kind of tells you to do things in the wrong order, and I'm kind of going to explain the correct order to do them. What you actually have to do, go to the Dark Zone, get the antivirals, then go to a safe house in the Dark Zone. That's the only place you can craft the flare for the extraction, is a safe house in the Dark Zone in particular. And then go to the extraction area. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm going to be calling for the helicopter to come pick me up, and you can see all of my skills once I did that now are scrambled. And when I first did this, I didn't understand why. It's because of the underground that now I understand what is happening and what is going on. So you'll actually see here, there he is, the hunter. So that's why my skills are scrambled, because of the hunter. And yeah, you actually have to kill a hunter when you do the extraction. And they're tough. You'll see I get him low here, and then he full heals. I can't tell you, and I got really lucky right there that he died before I did. So many times I actually died trying to do that, go toe-to-toe with a hunter. That's not a good idea. But so many times, there's a lot of times, I spent about 8 hours just trying to do the extraction for the daily. So I did it about 5 times, and I failed every single time. And that is the part that is so frustrating. I actually clocked the timer on this video. It was about 2 hours long that I'm going to condense down to about 10 minutes. But it was 2 hours long, and that's usually how long it takes me when I do survival. And I actually killed the hunter. However, the helicopter had about 4 seconds before it landed, but I only had 2 seconds before the virus killed me. So I failed it. I wasn't able to complete it, and yeah, but most of the time I get killed by the hunter, just being honest. They're tough. I have to figure out a better way of doing the end part versus the hunter, or I just have to craft better equipment is what it comes down to, so I can challenge them. You can see a lot of my equipment was just purple or blue. The time I'm referring to, I actually did craft mostly yellow, like high-end weapon, and all of my gear except for the knee pads were high-end. And yeah, that's what happened. I killed the hunter, and then I ran out of time, and I died. So I'm kind of just waiting for the helicopter to arrive to show you actually how survival ends, because I did not know it ended the way that it ends. It was actually kind of surprising to me. I was not expecting it. So we'll just kill a little time here. It's going to be Valentine's Day soon. Hope everyone has a fantastic Valentine's Day. I know that I will. No matter what day it is. It doesn't matter. Valentine's, Christmas. I make the day what I want it to be. So anyway, this helicopter hurries up. You can see I got about 6 minutes to live before this virus takes over. This is the part that confused me. When it first, I'm like, wait, what? The helicopter landed? I'm used to it just putting down a rope, me attaching my contaminated stuff, and it leaves. But no, it actually landed. I'm like, okay, that's different than what I'm used to. So you run up to it, and it's saying to hold F. I'm like, okay, I'll hold F. Oh, I'm being extracted too. I didn't know that part. So you also get extracted with the antivirals. And at that point, mission complete. You completed your objective. You survived survival, and pat yourself on the back. Congratulations, because it's not easy. Like I said, in the first 10 minutes, so many people die from the cold. I was actually There's one other person that actually extracted. Everybody else died. Besides me and somebody else. Only 2 people. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Subscribe to my channel. And take care.